is one of the few medications out there that comes with a black box warning for something called Stevens-Johnson syndrome, which essentially you can start taking it and, you know, within a few hours you've got a fever and then you've got hives and 12 hours later your skin is falling off. It is often fatal. And during that time, I was on the road sleeping in a lot of flea-bitten motels, and so I was getting a lot of hives. I was getting a lot of rashes. And although it's a rare side effect, nobody ever talks about Lamictal without bringing up Stevens-Johnson syndrome because, well, it's just cool, is really what it comes down to. It's just, people are like, oh yeah, I've got borderline personality disorder, so I take Lamictal, and that makes me, cool. It's weird, mental illness chic. It's in the mental illness circle. Lamictal is like a badass one. I might be misrepresenting what I'm trying to say here. My point is that I was fine, but I made the mistake of trying to make a bit out of it on stage. I was in North Carolina at a place called the Juggling Gypsy, where when halfway through a show, this hive started really bothering me on my arm. And so I turned to the audience and I was like, so, I'm gonna play songs until it's time for you to call an ambulance, because I might be dying very soon. And it very much upset them, and they were very concerned. And I was not, but they were, and I feel bad about it. Wow, this is a nice piano. Anaphylaxis with a pack of bottle rockets. Oh, the way he spun his butterfly restored 6 his phalanges with a bag of tangerines or his back pockets. And the weather with which he recycled his vitamins and started to leave scars in the corners of his eyes. And through the white-out revelation shame he saw no stars, even underneath the wide Ohio skies. Shoots himself from reason in a Teflon alabaster jacket, quilted from the finest fibers, flesh and fiberglass and flower screams and stuff to hear them. Or self-assured, sarcastic, ragged, babble, rousing babble round the table. People to the power for what? For what? For what it's worth. If it was gonna kill you, boy, it would have by now. For what? For what? For what it's worth. There's no more looking back, it's looking up or looking down. When they came, well, they found him with a map to every victim of his love and a bad tattoo of a blue jay on his face. And they waited for his vital sons to lie and let a flat line cry a hymn out in Hungarian harmonic. But he cocked his noggin through his stoma, sang for old lang syne. Happy birthday to the succulents on diet hydroponics. His ribcage was a hornet's nest, palpitation set the beat his face. Nerve Turk said not an axle hitch or carried men. He wondered if the good Lord Jesus charged the cancellation fee off me to saying au revoir. He ripped his wrist right by the rents. For what? For what? For what it's worth. If it was gonna kill you, boy, it would have by now. For what? For what? For what it's worth. There's no more looking back, it's looking up or looking down. Nazi Scots years have been suicide. Or why be true to yourself when it's you who are the problem? Not the things you do, but something sick inside. Living on the dialectics, boy, you really is defective. CBT don't seem effective for the class to be accepted. Offer up your innocence, please ignore the side effects. You've lost your mind and almost lost your life before, so you'll be fine. For what? For what? For what it's worth? If it was gonna kill you, boy, it would have by now. For what? For what? For what it's worth? There's nobody gonna